If you have a coaching business and you have been stuck on a particular revenue number for the past couple of months, maybe even years, this video is going to give you an idea of the steps that you can start taking today to start making more revenue from your coaching business. So you can finally get unstuck, you can increase your revenue, and you can make more impact with your business. In case you don't know who I am, my name is OP. I have helped high-ticket coaches sign over 3,000 plus clients. We've generated multiple 7 figures for our clients, and we help coaches sign high-ticket clients daily without sales calls. So we recently had one of our clients make over $300,000 from a 5-day challenge, and it was an amazing launch. We had 129 people buy challenge tickets, and about 63 of them purchased the main mentorship program, which was $5,000, and maybe only about 5 to 10 sales came via sales calls. The rest came from just the clients pitching the 5K program directly on the challenge. And that is so insane to me because we've never seen these types of numbers before. Even when we set KPIs internally for our clients, we usually aim for about 10 to 20% conversion rate from those who buy challenge tickets. And this client literally closed over 50% of people into a high ticket program. So this broke my belief around what is possible with a challenge funnel like this. And we just took some time, and I was just looking at the actions that this client took throughout this challenge that is very different from what clients that we've worked with before in the past have done. That makes it so that they're actually struggling and not getting the kind of results they want. And the biggest thing that I found is this client was willing to go to lengths that some of these other clients could not go to. And if you've been stuck at a certain revenue number, it's probably because you're not going to lengths that these more successful people are taking in their own coaching business. For example, we've had clients in the past where they genuinely don't want to do a webinar every single week. And when we tell them, oh, you have to do a webinar every week to close X amount of clients, that makes them feel uncomfortable. They start complaining and start saying, oh, they don't have the time to commit to a webinar every single week, and so on and so forth. And I've seen coaching offers that make millions of dollars per month. And I've seen people who have been doing a webinar every single week for the last 3+ years, a live webinar every single week. So that just shows you the difference between people who are not making as much revenue and those who are actually making a ton of money from their coaching business. Another example is we sometimes recommend that clients stay back after their webinars to answer questions for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. And we've had clients in the past where they didn't just want to do something like that, something as simple as that, just stay an extra 30 minutes to 1 hour to answer questions. They start saying stuff like, oh, I'm tired, I'm stressed out, I don't want to answer these questions, and so on and so forth. And if you do those little actions, you'll be able to sell more from your webinars, period. Another example is just not being persuasive enough, not like keying into pain points, not wanting to motivate these people to take action, use urgency, use scarcity at the fear of or at the risk of feeling like they are salesy or something along those lines. And again, the clients that are crushing it, these particular clients that I just spoke about that made about $300,000 from one challenge funnel launch, she was willing to do these things. And the clients that are struggling, clients that are not getting the kind of results that they want, they are not willing to do those things. And it's just pretty simple, because if you go to the lengths that these people are also going to, you're also going to get the same results that they are getting. And this applies in every area of life. It's not just in business. It applies in fitness. It applies in sports. Like, take me, for example. I'm not as jacked as I want to be because I'm not taking the actions that people who are more jacked than me are taking. I'm not willing to go to the lengths that those people are going. I see people in my gym all the time that work out for like 3+ hours, and they genuinely come to the gym every single day and push themselves to the absolute limits every single time. I personally don't do that. I only go to the gym 3 times a week, and I work out for about an hour and I'm out. It's the exact same reason why Michael Jordan is one of the best basketball players ever, because at the time Michael Jordan was playing basketball, basketballers were either good at defense or attack, and he was one of the first people who were masters at both attack and defense at the same time. It's the exact same principle. He was willing to go to a length that these other people were not willing to go to. And if you genuinely go to the length that the people who are ahead of you are going to do the things they are doing, you will get the results they are getting. It's that simple. And it's not really about like financial success, or it's not about like you doing these things just so you can make more money. It's just the impact that you'll be able to make in these people's lives. Because if you have a coaching program, you are changing someone's life. You're helping them achieve a transformation. You're helping them lose weight, helping them quit alcohol, helping them prevent their divorce. These are true transformational problems that you're changing people's lives on. And people would always not want to take action. Like, that's the default thing for most people. So you have to do these extra things. You have to go these extra lengths just to get people out of their own way and get them to take action. Sure, you get paid when you get these clients on board, but you also help them change their lives. Coaching is literally the best business opportunity there is. Like, if you have a coaching business, you have one of the best business opportunities, because you only have to build the program once and you can sell it multiple times. It is online. You don't need a physical location or anything like that. The profit margins are insanely high. So like, this is the type of business where you should genuinely be giving it your all, because there's just so much potential if you have a coaching business, and it's a lot easier to scale a coaching business than to scale other types of businesses like brick and mortar businesses and so on and so forth. I have a friend who was doing a done for you service, and he literally changed his program into a coaching program, and he went from 20k to 100k per month just because of how good the coaching business model is. So if you're an expert and you already have these skills, you've already helped most people who achieve a particular transformation, you should be doing everything possible to sell as many units of your program as possible, and be willing to go through any length that you need to go to sell as many units of your program as humanly possible. Some practical things you can take from this if you want to start going to these lengths that will allow you to truly scale your coaching business. The first one is just do not judge others. So when you judge someone for an action, you make it impossible for you to take that action yourself. And it applies across anything you can think of. If you judge someone for, let's say, dancing on TikTok, for example, if you need to dance for TikTok to scale your coaching business, you won't do it because you've already judged someone and now you're afraid of other people judging you. I know it sounds kind of meta and like kind of insane, but if you judge anyone for any activity, you won't be able to take that activity for your coaching business. So if you're on a sales call with a salesperson and you judge them for being like sleazy, or you judge them for being salesy and stuff, then you won't be able to do that if that is what you require to scale your coaching business. So the first step to going to the lengths nobody else wants to go to is genuinely just not judging anyone. Don't judge any coach you see for any action. Don't judge anybody you see for doing anything. It's not easy, and it's like it takes a while before you get to that point. I'm still going through this journey myself of not judging people for anything. But if you don't judge anyone for anything, make it so that you can take any action. You can go to any lengths that you want to go to for your business, because the clients who are not taking these actions, they just probably judged someone for doing those things in the past, and it makes you feel like I don't want to be that person because I don't want other people to judge me as well. So the first step to doing this, honestly, is just don't judge anyone for anything, and just constantly also try to keep questioning your beliefs. There's so many things that you believe to be true that might be very, very false. And a good example is this client I was talking about earlier in this video. If someone had told me like 2 months ago that you could close 50% of those who buy a challenge ticket, I would not believe it was even possible. But I've seen it now. I know it is possible now, and this is what we'll try to achieve for our other clients. So keep questioning your beliefs. The things that you believe to be true, keep questioning them and trying to see if this thing is actually true or if it is false. And one of the easiest ways to like question your beliefs is just expose yourself to new information as much as possible. And when you expose yourself to new information, don't have any predisposed judgments or beliefs around the new information. Like, be open-minded to accepting it. Because there's no point in you consuming new information if when you see the information, you're still going to want to be stuck in your ways. So if you do not judge anything you see, you are open to questioning your beliefs, you expose yourself to the things you need to be doing, you will see the actions you need to be taking. And because you don't have any judgments around those actions, you will take those actions in your business. And that just means you'll be able to scale your business to the next level and get more revenue and get more sales. Alright, that's the video. If you are one of those coaches who are stuck in a revenue plateau and you would love to scale past that and see some predictability and consistency in your coaching business, there's a link in the description. You can check out that link. It has a video where I explain how what we do works and how we can help you. I'm going to try and encourage you to book a call on that video, so you can check that out if that's something that you're interested in. And if you found this video useful, like, comment, subscribe so you can get more videos like this. And so when I drop new videos in the future, you'll be one of the first people to see the videos. Thank you.